Hi there, welcome back to Tyranny Let's Play on Hard with some roleplay. It's Judgment Day, it's Judges Day, and we are the law. We just gotten another quest from Sevius to find out about the missing reinforcements. Let's just look around. We also are tasked to talk to Iron Marshal Arrhenius, and also we could talk to Barik again, maybe he says something more now. And there is something we can do as well. We talked to these two guys and they would talk about something, I don't remember what exactly. Welcome back, Fatebinder. Lucia here was just mentioning that because we were missing favor. Only because you asked. And you've been a real asset to the disfavored ever since you arrived, not that anyone expected different. He beams at you with pride. What can we do for you? What's it like? No, if the Legion boasts so much honor, why are they disfavored? The story is common knowledge, but we don't discuss it here out of, well, it's not considered polite. It has to do with Graven Ash and the rise of Kyros' empire. I'm sure you can put some of the pieces together. Ash and Kyros weren't always on the best of terms, but all of that has changed. By rights, we should have a name worthy of our vaunted reputation by now. But she shrugs, maybe someday, after my children's children have inherited my armor, we'll have a better title to call our own. It was all right, thank you and farewell. Let's go over here. Talk to Iron Marshal Arrhenius. What do you have to say? Don't just coddle the impact, push back with your shield. Take the momentum. Iron Marshal Arrhenius, field commander of the disfavored, pounds her fist in the air as she calls out to the warriors on the training field. I said eyes on your opponent's waistline. If you spend more than a glance checking his footwork, you've lost. Stormcaller, welcome to our camp. The disfavored officer snaps to a salute. I'm sorry your arrival isn't for better reasons, but it's a pleasure to see you again all the same. It is reassuring to see that Tunon sends a Fatebinder with a proper moral compass. Yeah, we're a judge, you know. How are your warriors reacting to the edict? Kyros' ultimatum has the camp on the edge. Some with dread, but most are rife with anticipation. He points to the man sparring in the field. We have a lot of brothers and sisters to avenge, and the warriors are eager to take out some aggression. I for one choose to see the edict as a blessing, for it forces the generals to act, and we're long overdue. It was mentioned, you're short in warriors and need help. What's the situation? I have brigades amassing along Placid Echo Call and Little Tooth crossings. The Vendrian Guard may be able to hold one bridge, but they cannot hold against a concerted three-prong attack. I have no right to give you orders, but her words falter, a short cough breaking her flow. But we all die to Kyros' edict should we fail, so I'm not about to let my pride blind me to the value of good help. Alright. This is the second major attack on the river, correct? What happened last time? Defeat in detail. We carved a bloody path up to the river, but at that point everyone who charged ahead was lost. We had no chorus backup. It was just a few disfavored squads. I can't tell you exactly how they were defeated, but we lost the whole assault team. She shakes her head, letting out a long pained sigh. We found bodies washing up in the river for days. Not often the Tearsmen put up such a good fight. It certainly made us re-evaluate the number we'll need to take this valley. Really? Are you sure your scouts didn't give you all sorts of details about the enemy and you just chose to disregard our warnings? Oh man, words. We can pass out blame after the war, only the Oathbreakers matter now. Quite right. Getting our emotions into the mix won't hasten this campaign. So what's the value of taking that crossing? We can't just march from here to the citadel with a Vendrian guard manning the riverbanks. And who's that Vendrian guard? Vendrian guard is the army of the landlocked realm of Apex, defenders of the central region of the Tiers. Named for House Vendrian, the ruling dynasty of Apex, the guard has a reputation for being as resilient and stubborn as the mountains themselves. Ostensibly beaten by Kyros' armies and forced to surrender in 429, the Vendrian guard resurfaced in 431. So now, brazenly defying the Overlord's rule. So they are a rebel troop. Fording troops and supplies through even the narrowest points of the river makes us vulnerable to attack, especially since our armor wasn't built for swimming. She points north toward the mountain spire looming on the horizon. If we can take the river, we have a clear march to the citadel, and Ascension Hall will be ours in no time. What is Ascension Hall? Is the name of the inner sanctum of the old citadel built at the geographical center of Vendrian's Well. It was here that the Vendrian guards signed the surrender of 429. The inner sanctum of an old citadel. Maybe we'll find something magic there. So the disfavored need my help. Trying to pour salt on my pride, we left Fort Resolution with 100 on 100, and there have been no reinforcements or reserves. I keep throwing warriors back into battle before they are properly tested and rested. So yes, I need to rely on all our allies, especially since most of our allies are conscripted tiersmen, worse than useless. If the disfavored didn't take every opportunity to insult the Scarlet Chorus, perhaps you'd find our help more forthcoming. Shut your snout, filthy mongrel. I won't suffer childish japes in my camp. I cannot tolerate this anymore with words. Glare at words. You speak out of turn and offend our host. Apologize. You want me to what? She glares at you, but something in her expression reflects doubt. Fine, I should have kept my big mouth shut. Alright, I will assist, as it's the law of Kyros. Then our plan just might work. The Iron Marshal lifts her gauntlet close to her face, shifting her eyes from you to the metal articulations. We are loath to work with those who do not share our training and our values, but we know that Tunon the Educator selects only the most capable minds for his court, and I trust you will honor us all on the field. Antio will be leading the charge at Echo Call Crossing. Assisting you will be Barik of the Stone Shields, the guy we know. She points to a heavily armored soldier, standing sentry at the edge of the training field. Before you ask, no, the Forge-bound weren't sloshed on Dappleseed when they fitted his armor. He survived the full force of the Edict of Storms, and this armor doesn't exactly come off. Tactically it's quite brilliant, but otherwise it's something of a curse. Tapping her helmet twice, Arenya signals to the hulking presence. Barik, come meet the Fatebinder. So he's a monster now. The soldier that steps up to you better resembles an amalgamation of rusted blades and mismatched pieces of armor fused into a vaguely human shape. He reeks of sweat, feces, and whatever oil treatment keeps him flexible.
Fatebinder, the Iron Marshal has tasked me with keeping you alive, and I have no intention of disappointing her. That should be enough assurance for anyone.
An honor to meet him.
Likewise, good Binder.
Soldier heaves a heavy iron arm into a salute, his whole body clanging as he wraps his gauntlet against the twisted sheets of metal that form his breastplate.
Barik, is that you under there? I had no idea you were in Vendrian's Well. Fatebinder, do you know this walking anchor?
I encountered Barik in the Stalwart campaign, though he appears much changed. He's an excellent soldier.
You're generous to say so. I'm afraid I left the better part of myself on the killing fields of Stalwart, but it's still my pride and honor to serve the Legion.
His voice falters. You can't tell if it's hesitation or regret that stalls him. Fatebinder will be joining us for the push across the river. I figured an extra hand might help, and more importantly, if my worries come true and the chorus tries to impede the mission, We'll have an observer from the court on our
I look
side.
forward to working with you again, especially after our time in Stalwart. You defended our honor to the Scarlet Chorus, and a friend of the Legion never goes unthanked.
That was our conquest decision. When the Scarlet Chorus blamed the disfavored for a failure on the battlefield, you upheld the Iron Legion's reputation and punished the marauding chorus for their lack of tactics. Any choice would have challenged your impartiality in the army's eyes, but you stuck by your convictions.
Better to work with the Honorable Binder than some chorus children.
He nods to you, his armor creaking as he bends his neck. I ask that Barik accompany you there to arbitrate the cooperation between his company and the Scarlet Chorus. Barik, you've been without a cohort since the last Battle of Stalwart. It's time we gave you a task more worthy than hauling wagons and leading training drills. She plants her hands on her hips and speaks in chipped official terms. Ash has assigned you to the Fatebinder's service. You're to assume this task is ongoing until we find a more permanent spot for you, which could very well mean the swiftly approaching end of this war. Or when the Fatebinder dismisses you. Is that understood? Yes. Hopefully. He understands. Barik regards the Iron Marshal in oppressive silence. That's an order, Barik. She shakes her head and sighs, returning her focus to you. He can be as stubborn as pulling a spire out of the earth, but he's a good soldier. I hope you don't mind the company. Oh, on the contrary. I'm honored to have a member of the Iron Legion at my side. Excellent. I look forward to your success in the field. Let's have a look at Barik. What can you do, Barik? No, he has attributes to spend. So he's a true tank, it seems. Endurance, magic defense, bonus health. That shield. Ah, he looks scary. But he has bad equipment. Fused iron armor. Yeah, he's bound to this armor. Oh my god. Poor guy. What should we give him? What can this guy do? There's no accuracy. Let's maybe give him some might or some bonus health. He might need that with his armor. Give him the bonus health. What can he do? Sentinel. Issue a mocking invitation challenging enemies to attack Barik. No, that's not what we need. Strike a single enemy, dealing significantly increased damage if the target is engaging Barik. Punisher, that's good. We're a tank. We need a Punisher. Oh, that's what we already can do, right? So... oh, gain a chance to attack enemies as they engage you. Or reducing the resolve of the guys. Or more one- and two-handed melee weapon damage. Yeah, let's go for that. We need more damage. We're the tank, so he can be the Punisher. The Punisher. Spell creation sigils. What? We don't have enough lore. But still, very good, very good. Look at that, he has very good dodge and good parry. So he'll be an excellent addition to our squad. Let's move him there. And... what formation would that be? That's a good formation here. Yeah, that's very nice. Let's use that formation here. What else could we go for? There's Isotanis.
No reason to tarry.
Can't we select all of you? Select all party members. There, that's that.
Yes.
Isotanis. Oh, this is now open for us. We have bronze braziers in there. Yeah, but we won't steal with the judge. Found the iron yet? Nope. You look like a competent fighter. Why aren't you swinging that hammer into the enemy's face? With that ash and the Legion gave me the opportunity. During our training at Fort Resolution, I, Isotanis, demonstrated some skill with a craftsman's hammer. Now whenever there's arms or armor to be mended and no forge bound in attendance, they look to me. He huffs and wipes a line of sweat from his brow, which is often. Alright. I mean, that's useful as well. But fighting would be more honorable, right? Yeah, then we should leave the camp and see where it leads us. We can also go to the chorus, right? And we should speak. Should speak with Wurs. Let's do that at once. How did you do that? Wurs looks at you with a quizzical expression. Do what? Back in the Archon's war tent, you cast an edict as casually as reading a supply shipment. How did you do that? Well, I've done it before. Don't I look stupid? You were the one who cast the Edict of Storms on Stalwart, didn't you? The one that tore the battlefield apart with a cyclone of Kyros' anger. Yeah, that was me, alright. Well, call me impressed. Considering that you've read the words of Kyros more than once, I'm surprised that you're even alive to tell it. Your vocal cords should have turned to ash by now. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable. It's just worth recognizing what you've done. Not only are you Tunon's Fatebinder, you're the mouthpiece of the Overlord. Gives me plenty of reason to stick around. You're going places, and I want to see where they lead. If you say so. Now, that's enough for now. Now, let's talk about... She wants to speak again. Let's speak with Barik first.
You look as if you have something on your mind. By all means.
Placing his weapon on to his side, Barik salutes you. The joints of his armor groan in protest.
What can I do for you?
You seem like a more than capable fighter. I trained with a spear and shield in my youth, but gave it up the day I earned disfavored iron. I can still throw with some accuracy, but it's a challenge these days. He knocks twice on his helmet. Why were you interested in a sparring session? I heard rumor that Ash has an unbeatable sword-fighting technique. Loyalty too. You flatter the region's reputation, but the Archon does make sure we are competent swordsmen. Observe. Aha. Barik takes up a sword and offers several practice jabs, testing its weight and balance. Before you know what to expect, the gleaming iron whips through the air fast enough for a sharp breeze to disturb the air. Barik does this several more times, never showing any sign of exhaustion. What is it you have in mind now? Ooh. Let us speak of something else first. I'd like to know more about you. What's the story with your armor?
It is a symbol of Kyros' will. One that I am not likely to forget. I found this armor. Perhaps it would be better to say that it found me during the Edict of Storms.
I proclaimed the edict. Where were you when it struck? I was in the field. Even though I knew that the people of Stalwart would receive no warning, duty compelled me to march on the stronghold in the heart of the realm. There was important work left unfinished. Our march was a hasty one. A cohort of disfavored soldiers vanished in the second year of the war. Among them, the daughter of Graven Ash. After a long silence, we learned that she was held in the fortress of Sentinel Stand. Go on. As we surrounded the citadel, I heard the opening peals of thunder, as did the scout I was busy trying to kill. Then the winds hit like an avalanche. Many of us begged Kyros for deliverance. What else were we to do? The winds knocked the legs of our offensive out from under us. All the decorated soldiers I brought to the battle were swept up and dashed to pieces, the armor and bodies mixing with the dirt of a tornado that spun in mattering revolutions. A piece of the citadel wall broke off and nearly crushed my skull. I only remember a few scattered moments from the storm, like the flying bits of bronze and iron cutting my flesh, the severed limbs of fallen soldiers tumbling through the air. Eventually I woke up, thinking myself trapped under rubble. When I rose and felt like I was buckling under my own weight, that's when I realized I was stuck. Right and truly stuck inside this heap of scrap. Well, do you handle your own repairs? I try to keep the surface oil to slow the spreading rust, and I bend the plates from time to time, but repairs, maintenance, no. Have any ideas of how to better maintain this situation? I'm open to discussing them. Farewell for now, Barik. So, see where we can go. Alright, so this is like a... Yeah, we have enough to do here, here, and here. We can take Echo Call Crossing, but we should probably visit Scarlet Chorus camp first, as it's on the way, and then go to the Northern Clearing to look at what's going on there. But on the other hand, we should go first to Scarlet Chorus camp, then look at the reinforcements of Northern Clearing, and then with these joined guys, take Echo Call Crossing. But we don't have much time, so we should choose wisely. So, thank you for watching. We'll decide what to do in the next episode. Happy gaming to you. And don't forget, remember it's Judgment Day and we are the law. And the law is coming to these oath breakers very soon.